morning.
Good morning.
When we were trying to figure out how we were going to squeeze the live stream in, the daughter and I were looking at the schedule, and I said, how about Friday? And she said, no, we have something on Friday night. They had gymnastics and then live at 5. And then I said, well, what about Saturday? Well, no, Juniper's got her dance recital. All right, what about Sunday? Well, Sunday's Mother's Day. So it was like every day there was something, absolutely something. So this is going, you just pretend this is our live stream. Now let me get this camera right. Is that better?
Yeah.
I told him, I said, I look so much bigger than him because his chair's so far back. You know what he said? Oh, is that the reason? Yeah. Let me tell you about my Mother's Day. Keep in mind, he's hard of hearing, and I don't know what he heard, but he swore he heard me get up out of the bed.
And the dog did too.
And the dog heard something. So he burst in there and said, Happy Mother's Day. I was sound asleep. I don't know what he heard.
At 7 o'clock, you should have been up.
7 o'clock.
Should have been up.
I was not up. I didn't want to be up at 7 o'clock. But anyway, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
And then you know what he did? He had to go to work.
Yep.
So we watched, he got home in time for us just to watch the preaching part online. But you know, restaurants, they're our livelihood, and their freezers and coolers are their livelihood. So when one is down, we have to go. I mean, we have to go. And when he got there, what did they say?
Oh, the most dreaded thing a refrigeration man can hear. I done loaded my tools up. While you're here, we got 2 more over here. I done worked on 2, yeah.
So I was like, wow, he's gone a long time. I didn't know he's working on all the freezers and coolers. But
Well, not all of them, but most of them.
most of them. But anyway. So I wanted to, go ahead.
I got half of them working.
So I want to go and talk to you about being a mother. And let's see, where do I start? Now I know some, as the preacher said this morning, you know, there's some that this day is sad because maybe their mother has passed, or maybe they don't have children, or, you know, whatever reason that this is a sad day. And, you know, I know there'll become a time when I'll no longer have mother, and it will be a sad day for me too. So I feel for those that this is a sad day, and I'm sorry it's a sad day. Yeah, you know, I never thought about it. Oh, and another thing, let me tell you, the preacher was reading off a scripture this morning, and I have read the Bible 2 times. Not to say I'm a scholar, because, you know, I just know how to read. But that scripture that he said this morning, who is Tabitha? And how have I missed Tabitha? She was named like Dorcas or something.
I don't know. He said the Greek name. I didn't get it.
I've never heard of that. Have y'all heard of Tabitha?
Apparently.
It's in there.
Peter?
No, it's Acts. Well,
Was it Simon Peter? That raised her from the
yeah,
dead?
raised her from the dead.
I thought Lazarus was long.
I think
I missed that too. I feel like I've read the Bible pretty well, and
I feel like I'm not where I need to be.
well, we never where we need to be.
I
but
need to. I don't know.
I miss Tabitha.
I miss Tabitha. I don't know. I missed Tabitha. And I certainly missed her being
She
raised
was
from the dead.
Described as a disciple, right?
Yeah. And it never talked about her being a mother. It talked about her
Helping others.
helping others. And then our internet stopped working, so we missed the rest of the service. But it comes on at 11, so we can watch it, you know, and hopefully the internet will be back up where it needs to be. But anyway, let me talk to you about mothers. We both wrote 3 things or 4 things about our mothers, and I want to share. Boy, that sounded like me. I just turned the chair over in there, don't it?
Yep.
Is that our car alarm?
No.
No, okay. Top 3 things about my mother. Surely that's not us. It'd be louder if it was ours, right? Hold on.
Go ahead.
Top 3 things about my mother. Look, I'll be right back. Okay, it wasn't our car alarm. All right. Now, I know I've mentioned this before, but Daddy was a drinking man. All our money that he made went to, most of it went to beer. I'm just going to call it like it is. But my mother could make us the meal. We never went hungry. Never went hungry. Because she was taught how to survive and to cook and home cooking from her mother. Mother was raised, she was born into a log cabin. And mother picked cotton. My grandpa, Pawpaw, he had a farm. And they raised cotton and other vegetables too. But
Cotton was the only cash thing you could grow.
is it?
Yeah, well, my grandpa always said cotton and cucumbers, which they made pickles. There's only
Really?
2 things you could sell. The rest of it you eat. Yeah.
Well, I just remember mother, she had 5 brothers and she was the only girl, but she had to work the fields just like the other ones. The boys did, but she said that in that log cabin there were cracks in it and they could actually drop those little firecrackers through there, through the walls and through the floor. But, mother it was tough being raised, and it made her who she is. And getting to that, when it come time, for her having 3 kids, she knew how to feed them. And she could make a meal with flour and water. And we'd have biscuits and brown gravy. I don't know if y'all ever had biscuits and brown gravy. Now, she'd make tomato gravy too, but I was not a tomato gravy person. But, if it was there, we had to eat it. It's not like
A lot of options.
there wasn't a lot of options. You want a glass of water or you want that tomato and gravy? But anyway, there would be times that she'd take that flour and she would make something called a hoe cake. And I hope that's not some sort of word I'm not supposed to be using, but that's what we called it. And we would put butter and syrup on it. And she did it in a skillet on top of the stove. And just flour and water.
That's it?
Yeah.
No butter or anything? Well, I guess you
You
cook
put butter on it. I think you put a little oil in the pan. But, sometimes we wouldn't have syrup, so we'd have butter and jelly. Or sometimes we wouldn't have jelly, so we'd just have butter. But we never went hungry. Now, we didn't have a whole lot of fanciness, but, we never went hungry. I look back and see some of my chubby pictures. Now, Billy and Terry were skinny and tall, and I was short and plump. I guess it was all that flour. I don't know. I don't know. But, I remember, I guess something else about mother is our clothes were clean. They were clean. Now, of course, they smell like cigarette smoke because both mom and dad smoked, but we were
Everybody
clean.
did back
Yeah, I guess everybody's family smoked, But I thought about it now. I was like, oh, we were the stinky kids. But we were clean. We were clean. And we had hand-me-downs. Now, my sister was fortunate enough to have hand-me-downs from Cousin Debbie. And I don't know, Daddy and my Uncle Sam had the same job. And my Aunt Gay and my mother both were housewives. But somehow, Debbie was a lot more fancier than we. So Terry got nice clothes. She got nice hand-me-down clothes. Me being the firstborn, I didn't. I remember one year, I had a pair of blue pants, a pair of green pants, and a pair of blue jeans. So I alternated those all until Christmas, and I got another pair of blue jeans. But I remember one time, Daddy, I don't know what happened, but we got we got some of them fancy shoes. I think it was Adidas, or it wasn't Nike. I don't think Nike was there, but it was some of those fancy shoes. And they lasted all of 2 weeks. They started falling apart. Well, Daddy, being a drinking man, he took them shoes back, got his money back, and he bought me and Billy a pair of shoes. And they looked the same. Mine had the big old white tip across the top of them. You know, it's like this wide. What do you call that? What do you call the top of your shoe? That white rubber thing. And I had a pair, and he had a pair.
Couldn't shoot a BB to them.
You could, if you ran over the tip of your foot, you would not be injured. It just, you know, it was just ugly, and you could not wear them out. You could not, but they were ugly. And that's what we wore. And I felt bad for Billy because my foot outgrew him. So he got mine too. So he had a double dose. He had his size he had to wear, couldn't wear them out, and then he had to wear mine when my foot grew to the next size. But but we was clean. Mother always made sure we was clean. They were all iron too. I don't know. Now I like my clothes not to be wrinkled, and I had an iron press when the kids were little, but I don't iron. I don't iron now. I don't know. I take them right out of the dryer. And I got the steam. They got the steam dryer, and you know, if something happens to be wrinkled, you just throw it in there. But now I do have a steam wand thing if I needed to get a wrinkle out or something. And I do have Mother's ironing board, and I do have Mother's iron. So, you know, in the event that I have to iron something, I do have means to do it. But Mother, right now, if they'd let her have that iron in that nursing home, she'd still
ironing everybody in there.
She'd be ironing clothes for everybody. She loved iron. I don't know. It wasn't fun for me. It was just one of those necessities. Tell me something about your mama.
Well, I just have to say, and it still happens today, but it's coming up. My dad was the manager of that gas plant, and my mom worked at the TV station. 5:30, maybe 5:45. You was woke up every morning, and the breakfast was smoking. You was gonna get up. You may go back to bed, but she said, I'm cooking one time. So everybody, we had breakfast every morning before daylight. And, you know, and now that's when I wake up, I'm ready to eat immediately.
Yep.
And just one of them things is they had good work ethics, and I think I do.
You do.
Compared to most people nowadays. And
you do.
That was instilled in me. You going to work. You don't have an option there, son.
You're not living here until you're 30. You're going to work.
Another thing, my mom, she's not a big lady. She's 5 foot nothing. But she was tough as she had to be. And never questioned her taking up for me if she needed to, which I don't remember doing it a lot, but I pity the person that would do something. I love my mom. She's a character. She's still a firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
She will be 88 this year, September.
Wow, 88.
I was born on her 25th birthday, so.
Yeah.
She's a character. She's mom.
She still gets on to him.
Yep.
I can hear it through the telephone. She be chewing him out.
Oh, she ain't chewing.
Cause he ain't done something.
She was a master at telling me what I need to do. You know?
Yeah.
But that's just what a mom is supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you know, the other thing is, when we was young, well, after Camille blew away our house in Bay St. Louis,
Their fishing camp.
yeah, my grandpa bought a travel trailer. he told my dad, he said, this don't pull right, you know. And my dad thought he was just being cantankerous or something, you know. And he said, well, you know, let me drive it. And he drove it, and it said it pulled fine. So anyway, he bought it for my grandpa, and we was going to use it as a camp until we built the camp back. First trip, this had to be in 70, 71, 70. And we was going to Bay St. Louis. And me and my brother had begged to ride in the camper.
The pull behind camper.
The pull behind camper. And my mom insisted that you're not riding there. You can stay at home, but you're not riding in the camper. So we didn't ride in the camper. We got in the car, back seat, and she had one of them old big long land yacht Buicks. I don't remember, 225 something. Big old car, you know. So we was going to Bay St. Louis down the interstate. Probably 20 miles out of Hattiesburg, an 18-wheeler passed us. And my dad, being in the oil field, had pulled many a trailers. He knew how to pull a trailer, yeah. But when that 18-wheeler passed, it had all the sway bars and all that stuff. When it went past us, it started swaying. Started off just a little bit. It got worse. Dad cannot control it. You know, he tried hitting the brakes. That didn't work. Letting off the brakes. It was out of control. And it finally got so bad, it finally flipped on its side and drove the front of that land yacht into the highway. And, of course, it destroyed the camper. I mean, the refrigerator and everything was,
wow.
You know, and of course we'd have probably been hurt pretty bad or dead.
So Mama's knew.
Mama's was right.
Mama was right, huh?
Yeah, and the funny part about it, Mom had been quit smoking for a while, and after the trailer flipped on its side and we slid nose first into the highway patrolman come up there, you know, for the wreck. And my mom said, look, I'm going to need to buy a pack of them cigarettes from you. Them Camel, no non-filters. I think you just give them to her. But anyway, she started back smoking right then. I don't know, not too long. I think she got quit again later. But that was, I would have been dead or hurt bad because, I mean, there's no way to protect yourself when that thing's flipping around. You know? But anyway, I never questioned her love for me or my brother, you know.
Yeah.
It was tough love sometimes, but I never questioned it.
When he says tough love, you got to spank it every day.
Every day. We had the greatest thing in the world behind our house I grew up with was a creek, a really good sized creek. It's called Greens Creek. And my grandparents, I remember my parents, one of them, or both of them owned the land that the creek run through behind their house. So, I mean, all my friends, every day that it wasn't freezing cold, we was in that creek. And every morning, you know, my mama said, if you get in that creek, somehow I accidentally fell in it every day.
Every day?
I got a spanking, but I went back the next day, yeah.
And accidentally fell in again.
Yep. But that's one of the reasons I love the water, you know.
Yeah.
I learned how to fish, and we hunted on there, you know. I learned how to fish and hunt in that creek behind the house, you know. But it was a good childhood. And, of course, we was talking about the other day, and times have changed. They had a room in the front of their house they called the living room. We was totally, me and my brother and my friend, anybody that wasn't grown, was totally prohibited from going in that room. It had the little fancy glass ashtrays and, you know, the nice couch and piano and everything that's where...
The formal living room.
That's where the grown-ups went. Yeah.
We didn't have those in the trailer.
Well, you know, I mean, it wasn't like it was a monster house, but it was a formal living room. You did not. I couldn't even breathe when I went by there. You just keep on going. But I don't even know if people have them nowadays. Probably.
We have a living room.
Well, I mean, like,
It's full of kids' toys.
not a formal living room like that.
Well,
But
it's
I can
not
remember when
fancy,
people-
but it is the living room.
When grown-ups come over and they played cards or whatever, that's where they went.
Mm-hmm.
And you was not even, your voice wasn't even supposed to be in that room.
Don't even look in there, Chris.
Because I knew I'd knock something over or bust it or scratch it or
Or get the carpet dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, did it have carpet?
No, it was
didn't have
hardwood
carpet. Hardwood floors, yeah.
But anyway, I guess that's all I got.
Well, his mom and daddy both gave him a good work ethic, and my mama did too. Not my daddy. My daddy was known as 3-day-a-week Bill because he was drunk 2 of those days. But anyway, but we did get our work ethic from mother, and I know to hear Billy tell it, he was a sharecropper because daddy would sharecrop him out to farm him out so that he could get some vegetables.
Stay over there for a week.
Here, I see Billy over there. He can stay with y'all a couple of weeks and dig those potatoes. Billy, he hated the summertime because he had to be a sharecropper.
What's it take him 15 minutes to tell you that story?
Yeah. But Billy said, "Yeah, I worked so y'all can have some food." He come dragging back sunburned and everything.
Supposed to be going over and play with his friends.
Yeah.
End up having to sharecrop.
I'll send little Bill out there. He'll help dig those potatoes for y'all. Y'all just send us back a few of them. Gosh, dog it. Well, I guess our kids got our work ethic. And, it's nothing for Eli to have 3 jobs. And I think Rebecca, she'll have 3 jobs. And right now,
Thank the Lord, though.
yeah, right now everybody in the world wants Rebecca to work for them. But she's tough. She's a tough 5'0" too. She said, "I'm 5'2" if you stretch my neck." and the doctor always stretch her neck and try to get her to 5'2". But I guess seeing her be a mother is one of my greatest joys. Because she's got some tough kids, and all those tough times that she went through, I have never seen a healthy sick person as much as she's been healthy sick. I mean, West Nile, spinal meningitis, typhoid fever. She got ran over. I don't know, it wasn't malaria. It was typhoid fever, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. She got ran over by a motorcycle in Indonesia. I don't know. I guess all those.
But it was worth it. That was the only place in the whole country that had air conditioning.
Yeah, she was so glad. She said she was actually in the air conditioned hospital room. But yeah, it made her a strong person. And to be a mom, you have to be tough. I mean, moms is not an easy job. We deserve this day, just like y'all deserve Father's Day. I remember. Oh my goodness. Raising my 2, they were good kids. We didn't have to deal with the law or drugs. We were blessed with that because it could happen to anybody. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to us. I mean, just like with my knee surgery. You can get addicted to things. Of course, I didn't get addicted to things. I don't want anybody to say that. No, I'm not addicted to anything. You better back me up.
She did. I had to make her take the pills.
So, but anyway, it can happen. So, we're not passing judgment. It can happen. Daddy was addicted to alcohol, and I have that trait. I'm sure. If it's in genes, I guess I'm addicted to sweet tea and Dr. Pepper. And I'm going to talk about Dr. Pepper in just a minute. But I remember some of the things that our kids did, and being a mom. you gotta be tough on them, but you gotta love them too, and you can't be their best friend.
Nope.
No, can't be their best. I remember, back when Rebecca wanted to go to the mall with her friends. We just going to walk around, and I told her, I said, okay, you can go to the mall, but just remember, I can show up at any time. Do not embarrass the family name. And I'll never forget that time I showed up at the food court and I was watching her, and she saw me, and she wouldn't do anything bad. But that was the only time I ever had to do that. From then on, she thought I was going to show up. Yeah. Now with Eli, now Rebecca was good. She was a rule follower. She's like me. But now Eli, I remember coming home and walking through the house, through the front, through the kitchen, to the dining room, to the back porch. And I walk out, and there's 3 boys in my backyard. And they froze when they saw me up there on the porch. And they, hey, Mom. Hey, Miss Vicki. I said, something wrong, Mom? I said, well, the backyard's on fire. Y'all know anything about that? They had caught my backyard on fire. And that wasn't the first time we had to do something with fire and bombs. I remember that time we lived in Trailwoods in Petal, and I hear the words 10, 9, 8. Well, it got to 8, and I realized, oh, something's fixing to happen. And before I could get out, there was this boom. They had they meaning Eli and 2 of his buddies had blew up a
sprinkler bomb or something.
I don't know.
Time you tape them together or something. I don't know.
Now those 2 buddies ended up being firemen and EMT things, but well, we had one more incident with the fire.
Yeah.
He and I, we never went in anywhere together, and I think Rebecca was probably with us.
What do you mean we never went anywhere together?
Just together, just
us.
Oh, okay. But Rebecca was with us, and we were out of state. We were in the mountains.
Mama was with us.
No, it's just me and you and Rebecca, I think. She may have had a friend, I don't know. But I get a phone call, and before we had left, Eli was probably, he's college, young college.
No, they wasn't in college.
High school?
Probably 9th or 10th grade.
No, we wouldn't have left them that young.
He may have been senior, I don't know.
But anyway, before we left, we told Eli, they drain the lakes every so often to let you work on your piers and your seawalls and stuff. And the lake was down, and we told Eli, okay, so I think he had, I don't know, he had football practice or something. I don't know, for some reason he couldn't go. So we told him, Chris told him, take that pier down. All right. And that's all the instructions we gave him. And we get a phone call. Miss Bayless, this is so-and-so. You know your pier's on fire.
That was my fault. I didn't give him, I just told him to take it down.
Take it down.
I didn't think he would use diesel,
Yeah.
They just coated. Of course, it was fairly safe because this water was all around it, and they just coated it down with
Diesel and
it was
set it
old,
on
and
fire.
it was there when we first moved there, so it was just old and needed to be took down. And
yeah.
And there was some water, about 6 inches, and that's where the post. When we got home, all you could see was where the fire hit the water.
I think one of those fellas is a doctor now, and the other is one probably does something in church. They were all good kids, but they just, being a mama, you got to give specific instructions. Take the pier down. Do not blow it up. Don't use matches or diesel.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Rebecca, years later, after she got grown and was a teacher, and she saw what was going on in the classrooms, she said, "Mom, I just want to thank you for being a mom to me and not being my best friend."
That's right.
So yeah, we deserve that Mama's Day. Yeah, Mama's Day, yeah. Can you think of anything else?
You said you was gonna talk about
Oh, Dr. Pepper. Now, if you know me, and y'all don't know me yet, all 5 of y'all that hang around, being in town, you can order Walmart. You can order anything, and it will be delivered to your house. Meals, Walmart, Sam's, just anywhere. And so I ordered something from Walmart, and we pay that yearly fee, and we get free delivery. And so I ordered me some Dr. Peppers. Rebecca was sick, and I ordered some Sprite and some Dr. Peppers and some Cokes, the little bitty cans. And because, keep your fluids up, because I knew we was going to get sick. Because every time they get something, we get it. So I ordered some Dr. Peppers. Well, I got a little notification that said that the Dr. Peppers was going to be shipped to me, which is no problem because we have 2 Walmarts here in Hattiesburg. And we have one in Petal, which is not that far away. And if something's not there, they'll say, we'll just send it from the other one, which is no problem. I have hand me that little ticket right there. I got this Walmart order, and I think I'm just going to have to treat them like a fine wine. You know how you name your Chateau Rose wine. I don't know anything about wines, but year
1846.
1846. Well, we're gonna call this Dr. Pepper, year 2024. These things came out of Florida.
I don't know why they did that.
Somebody's name I don't know that lives in Hialeah, Florida, sent me my Dr. Peppers. They cost me $5.28 from Walmart. Shipping brought it up to $16.33. First off, who thought that was a good idea? And secondly, I don't want my Dr. Pepper sitting around at somebody's house that I don't even know. I mean, that's somebody's name. I mean, it's like she got the, I don't know, what do you call it? Is she the Dr. Pepper representative? But anyway, y'all be careful when you order stuff, because prices are high enough. But these itty bitty cans, Dr. Pepper.
$1.60 each.
Is it really?
Well, if it's $16, yeah.
Well, there's only 10 cans, yeah. $1.60 each. I can't drink them. I gotta save them for, I don't know, special occasions like wine and maybe when Judy graduates, I'll pop one open, share. Have you ever? $16.33 for itty bitty Dr. Pepper cans. I just don't know what to say about that.
I don't know.
I never
Send
saw
it
that.
back.
I can't send it back. It cost me another $16.33. No, we're hanging on to these. I may drink one tonight. I don't know. I don't know if I can stomach it. I don't know if I have the stomach to drink this high dollar Dr. Pepper. These are the little bitty cans. You know what I'm talking about? All right. I guess I need to watch my pennies more. I did not know that was a thing. And I may need to Google this person. See what kind of house they're living in. Is it clean? Who is this? Why did it come from her house? I don't know. I'm going to find out. Got anything else?
Nope.
Thank y'all for letting us ride along. We ain't nothing special. But we do like this YouTube. This morning, Cliff, he called. He FaceTimed me. They usually FaceTime me before they go to bed. And then, in the morning.
He's 2.
He's 2 now. He FaceTimed me. He said, Mother's Day. That's all he said. Mother's Day. I want to watch YouTube, which he calls TuTube. I watch TuTube. That was my happy Mother's Day from them. And of course, Junie was like, Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, I love those grandbabies. If you think being a mother is awesome, oh, you should have grandkids.
Yep.
What are we going to do today?
Go see your mother and my mother, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not working anymore today, I don't think.
unless you have to.
Well, unless I have to. but
Is it 11 o'clock? Is it time for church?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, y'all take care. Happy Mother's Day. That's all I got. Sorry we didn't have a live, but we just couldn't figure it out. Rebecca's over there.
I'll
She's
wear my
probably...
sunglasses next time.
Oh, we're sitting out on the porch. That's my Mother's Day present. Sitting out on the porch. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, that's it. Take care.
See ya.
Please like, subscribe, share. We gotta get them watch hours up. I think YouTube's holding out on my watch hours. But thank y'all to all 5 people that watch my videos. I appreciate y'all. Bye. You gonna hit the little red button up there?